Welcome to this month's edition of Outlook Video, your nationally recognized, award-winning show for gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender communities. I'm Roberta Gonzalez-Gregg.
And I'm Tom Smith. In our first segment for this month's show, I'll be interviewing Troy May, Editorial Director, and Michael Coman, Art Director, new owners of OutNow Magazine. For the past 14 years, OutNow has served the Peninsula and Silicon Valley's gay and lesbian community, providing timely news and entertainment information. Now a full-color news magazine, their website receives 5,000 hits per month, and 15,000 free copies are distributed throughout the San Francisco Bay Area.
Wow, that's something. Okay then, let's get started with Tom's interview with Troy May and Michael Coman of OutNow Magazine.
I'm Tom Smith, and I am thrilled to be joined by the new owners of OutNow Magazine, Michael Coman and Troy May. Michael Coman has been in the marketing and graphic design field since 1987. Some of his accomplishments include art director of an internationally distributed high-tech magazine, creative director of Diamond Multimedia, and co-owner of his own marketing design agency called Generate. Troy May has been a reporter for 15 years, and 5 of those years have been in Silicon Valley. He is now the editorial director and co-owner of OutNow Magazine. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
So Troy, tell us, why OutNow and why now?
Well, I always wanted to have my own magazine, and I debated on different types of themes. And one day earlier last year, I got an urge to maybe start my own magazine. And so I went and talked to Michael and brought it up to him because he's worked at a magazine before. So we started down this path of developing our own magazine, just launch a brand new magazine. And we were talking one day and we thought, hey, maybe we should see if the owner of OutNow is interested in selling. And it turned out he was. So it took several months of negotiations, and we felt that it was a better way to get into the magazine business is to buy something that already exists.
Take something old, make it new, rather than starting from scratch on your own.
Exactly.
And how did you guys come to meet each other? How do you know each other?
We met at the gym, actually.
Oh, okay.
Right. Well, great. We've been workout partners before in the past, and we became good friends.
So it's a common interest.
Common interest. We're both in media and journalism.
Right. And I've worked with Michael on projects before because he's in advertising and design, and I worked on the media side. So we got to know each other and said, hey, let's go after this.
And decided to just do it. That's
just
great.
do it, right.
So Michael, the magazine is going to have a new look and possibly a new name. Can you tell us about the changes and how those came about?
Sure. Well, as you know, we purchased it rather than our own new magazine, but we were still considering new name options for the rebranding. And we decided that there's a lot of equity in the OutNow word and that people really know it.
People recognize it all over the Bay Area, right?
Whether they have, what kind of feelings they have towards that, there is some brand equity there. So what we're trying to do is bridge the OutNow name to something new. So we're calling it by the acronym ON, O-N, for OutNow. So it looks really great on the masthead. It's a lot simpler and cleaner. It's a more up-to-date approach to the name, whereas OutNow, it sounds a little more dated. It's just a freshening, but then we really wanted to bridge it and
make it more contemporary.
Yeah, and keep the heritage of the piece.
That's great. Not lose the history of that.
Yeah. So
Troy, you're the editorial director. So can you explain what kind of content you're going to have and if it's different from the previous content?
Yeah, very different. Well, I've been a reporter for 15 years and worked at different newspapers. And the one thing that keeps a newspaper alive and thriving is to give the reader original content. That is information that they can find anywhere else, but only in this particular magazine. So that is going to be the direction I'm taking OutNow. I want to enhance the lives of the readers, of people in the Bay Area, and to do that and to keep them coming back and being eager to read it every month, I want to give them something fresh, clean, and new to read.
What's an example of something fresh, clean, and new in your
Well, in our first issue, I had a story about HIV and AIDS in Santa Clara County, which hasn't been written about very much at all. In upcoming issues, we'll have stories about the best places to work in the Bay Area for GLBT people, what companies have the best policies, what are some up-and-coming hot neighborhoods that gay and lesbian people are moving to, what are some really great hotels, bed and breakfasts that aren't gay-owned but are gay-friendly that we can go to and spend a weekend.
That's great. That's
very
all
simple
good
stuff, very
information.
good, fun stuff.
Michael, I know there's some upcoming promotions that you guys are involved with. Can you speak to that?
Sure. Coming up in June, we've got San Jose Gay Pride, so we're one of the sponsors of that.
What's
so
the date on that again?
The
It's
11th.
like mid-June, I remember.
Yeah,
that.
June
June.
11th.
Okay.
There's so many prides
Thanks.
in June, I can't keep them straight. But so we're going to have a booth there. We're going to be passing out magazines. And then our magazine is actually the official Gay Pride Guide right in the middle of the magazine. So we're combining our issue with the Gay Pride Guide. So we're working directly with the Pride Committee, and all the information will be right there. And also we've got coming up the Run for the Community, which is with Balin's Frontrunners. That's something we're sponsoring as well.
Okay.
They're going to be running ads in our magazine, and we'll be there. There's also
You run with them, don't you?
yes,
I used to.
do, yes. And then also there's
Parade.
the parade coming up. So we're going to be passing out issues there. We'll be in the parade, and
Great America Gay Day, are you guys involved in that too?
yes, we'll have a booth there, and we'll be passing out magazines.
And
There's
what's the date on that?
that's the 28th
28th
26th
of May?
of May.
Of May.
26th
of May.
Okay,
26th of
right.
May.
Yeah, and
Great.
and I wrote a story about that. I wrote a story about Gay Day at Great America because I've been several times, and I think it's a very affirming, fun event to go to, whether you're 50 years old or you're 18 years old. It's a place where we all can go and have fun. And Riken, who is well known in the gay community nationwide, I interviewed him, and he's going to be there and be signing and autographing some of our magazines. That's why he's on the cover.
At this point, we're out of time, believe it or not.
Great.
So for our viewers, please look to your screen and point your browser to www.outnowmag.com.
Correct.
Great. Thank you for coming, and best of luck and
Thanks,
success.
Thanks.